Hello, welcome to Mountain Ngorn Nak.
Thank you. Okay, and then this is the start of the trail, and it's dirt like this most of the trail. This is actually hard packed clay. And it's a gradual incline for the first kilometer. There's rocks on the trail, leaves, sand. It's a little bit technical, the trail, as you get up here further, but right here it's very easy for anybody to walk. No problem for anybody of any age. And then on the left you have the stream. Just follows the trail here for about maybe almost a kilometer. There are some muddy parts. You probably cannot bring a stroller up here most of the time. It's either muddy or too rocky. And then before you hit 1 kilometer, you'll hit this steep part. And it's slippery clay, so be careful on it. Then you'll see this sign, Ban Ding Dang Noi, to the left, or Ngorn Nak viewpoint to the right. So if you go to the left, it's just a trail surrounded with a lot of bamboo. It's pretty, it's more overgrown, but it's there's no peak or anything, there's no waterfall or anything like that. You do come upon a creek, a stream, which is kind of cool. But if you have extra energy, or after you do the top, or you don't have the energy to do the peak, and you just want to go over here for a 4 kilometer walk, that's pretty cool as well. So take your pick. But we're gonna go up the trail today to the top. So eventually you will come to this part, and at the moment it's taped off, but you can see up there on the right they are making some stairs, which will make it so much easier for kids, older people, and myself. Yeah, it's quite, you'll see it's a little bit difficult, steep, and rocks over here. It's about a 30-degree incline, very loose rocks, and pretty dangerous. I've seen people slip. I've slipped a short distance, but yeah, not exactly ideal. If you have kids, just walk up on the left side. The The stones are mostly anchored in the mud and a lot easier. And if you turn around, you're going to see the first view of the ocean. This might give you a sense of the angle that you're climbing. So yeah, 30 degrees or maybe even a little bit more. So it goes like this for a while until you hit the steep part, which is kind of funny because you might think this is the steep part, but it isn't. There's another spot up here, but they're also building stairs, so it'll be easy in a couple weeks, couple months. Here's the steep part. Well, luckily the steps are open now. That's great. And once you get up here, you're gonna hit the benches. There's a couple of people up here already. So they go. And then the trail gets thinner. And to me, this is where it gets really nice. Up until the top. Here's viewpoint 1. I'll walk through some ferns. This is viewpoint 2. Okay, after the first two big hills of the whole trail, you actually come to some spots where you go down the hill a little bit and it gets rather flat. So we're sort of on the peak. We're on the side of the ridge, and then we're just kind of walking along the side of the ridge, and then up here further we'll go to the top of the actual peak. There's a couple spots with bamboo. This is a nice one here. Small bamboo. And then just as you're getting to the top, you'll come to this split in the trail. You can take left or right. We'll go right first. So the waterfall is over that way to the right, and the peak is up to the left. The waterfall is called Pa Nam Yot. So 800 meters to the viewpoint on the left, and approximately 300 meters to the right to the waterfall. And honestly, the waterfall is never spectacular. You should know that. It isn't even really a thing. It's just some water dripping off some large stones is basically it. And there's a small cave, not even a cave, just a crack. I mean, I'll show you just because you should know what's there and decide whether or not you want to go. So that is the nicest I've ever seen it, just to give you an idea. And we are in September right now. We're in the middle of the rainy season, the heaviest part of the rainy season. So that's why you see so much water. And that's actually the most water I've ever seen there. So keep that in mind if you're interested in coming. It's not going to be like that most times. Now here's a little caution up here because somebody got lost, 2 people from the UK. And they were lost until after midnight. Oh good, there's a sign there now. So if you come out of the waterfall area and go left, it looks like there's a trail there, right? And there is, but it's not for you. It says no entry. Whether that sign will be here when you get here or not is who knows. But that one goes completely different, goes nowhere near your car, your motorbike, or your taxi, whatever you took to get here. You have to turn around, go back up this same trail that you came down on. So here are the benches. You're looking at them like that, and then to the left of that is your trail. Just make sure, because they had no flashlight. They were burning pages of a book to keep the mosquitoes and bugs away. So when you get up this high, you're somewhere around 400 some meters vertical elevation. And this is where I most often see the Malayan pit viper. The snake is really dangerous because it won't get out of the way as you walk toward it. It'll sit right where it is. And I guess it just hopes that you'll step around it. So you have to be looking on the trail the whole way. You don't want to miss it and step right on one. The bites are bad. They have cytotoxic venom, which destroys all the cells in the blood and muscle and connective tissue and everything else. So this is right where I saw it recently. So it'll be just on the trail, or maybe just off the trail in the leaves right there along the edge of the dirt. So as you walk, just make sure you're scanning before each step. I mean, you want to watch and make sure that you're not going to step right on one. So I don't want to scare you. I've only seen maybe 4 or 5 now, and I've been up this trail 400 times. So it's not often that you see them in the daytime. They're much more often a night snake, but they can be here in the daytime. Maybe they're just sleeping on the trail. So do be careful. If you're bitten, you should go to first go to thailandsnakes.com, and then I have some information there about what to do in case of snake bite. Okay. And then you walk up some stones. I guess it's limestone, this whole area. And stay to the left. And there's a couple little spots you can also go stand on the stones over there. Stand over here and see a slightly different view. And then here's a little area you can take a look at. It's just a little rock that leads to a big drop. And you made it. Have to climb this, have to climb the grooves in the rocks here. So here's a lookout. You can stand on the very edge. And look down. It's a big drop. The peak is 500 meters high, so you're looking at that kind of a drop. Okay, yeah, so I'm standing at the top of the Ngorn Nak mountain, and just really exceptionally beautiful. Especially when the sun comes out. It's not always out with the clouds, so when it does come out, it's really brilliant. So it's a rather difficult climb, but I think most people can make it. My 8-year-old daughter, 7-year-old, made it. So that should give you some idea. We didn't go fast. It took us 2 hours and 20 minutes, I think, to get to the top. So I don't think that's too bad. The weird thing is it will take another 2 hours to get down to the bottom if it took you 2 hours to get to the top, unless you're going to run down or something, and it's not really advised. Okay, That's about it. Go to the website seekrabi.com, S-E-E Krabi.com, and then we have a lot more help for you over there about the different attractions and things in Krabi. All right,